Welcome to another Death Head Dice unboxing video. This time we're going to be looking at the Trollblood Northkin Bear Handler and Battle Bears. This is a brand new unit as of November 2017. This was a model that was introduced in the recent Trollbloods CID, which is the Community Integration Development. This is a case where Privateer Press gives us a bunch of rules, we test them, and then they tweak the rules before putting the models out. And don't tell anyone, but they gave us something better than they normally do. So, shh. So what we're going to do in this is we're going to crack open the box, see what's in there. We'll do a quick review of the model and assemble it, and off by looking at the box. So standard PP box, nice artwork on the front. Reference to the War Room 2, which you can get through Google Play and the App Store. I almost said the Battle Reporter because that's what I do. I have make sure if you're not already, report your games to the Battle Reporter, since that way you can get the data of the games and see how well the trolls are doing, which is important. So just a bit of the fluff on the back of the box. Some Creel are known for their skills in capturing and training wild northern bears. For the power of these beasts make them potent weapons in times of war. Using simple gestures combined with commands, a bear handler can designate prey even in the chaos of battle. The bears become protective of their trainers and handlers and will lash out at anyone who raises a hand against them, making them useful guardians. So this box includes 2 bears and a handler. So let's take a look and see what it looks like inside. It's nice and rattly, which is always good. Rattly means lots of parts. So get into there. So, as you can see, it looks like mostly resin, and it also looks like a little bit of metal. So, we'll start by opening this up. So, first thing we see is a bear, and that is a nice looking bear. Get a better light on there. Nice looking bear. Resin looks a little bit different from what they've been using before. It's shiny. I don't think I've had shiny resin from them before. A little bit of flashing, no real significant lines. Something I noticed in the Northkin Elder, which we've done, you can see the video for that there. Or if you want to watch the one about Cole Grima, you can watch. My fingers will come on camera eventually. There. The mold lines, or not the molds, but the mold pour points, they're fairly significant ones, and they leave chunks of it here. Now these aren't as bad because they're on the feet, for at least this bear, but good detail, nice, especially around the teeth. Typically in the past they've had to use metal for that, so I don't know if you can turn that in such a way you can actually see the teeth. But good sharp detail, much sharper than it was in the Northkin Elder, and pretty good so far. So let's go into the bear number 2. Oh my goodness, he's missing his legs, so there must be some metal parts. So this actually it's a different shade, a different color. I don't know if it comes off in the camera or not, but this looks closer to what the Northkin Shaman used. This looks like a different grade. So I wonder if they're, depending on the detail, they're using different plastic or it's just a different mix. Same issue on this one, where if you look at the pour points, that's a significant chunk of resin that you're going to have to lop off and make sure you do it. Probably a saw will better than an X-Acto knife for that. Obviously there's 2 pieces that need to be there, so my guess it's 1 leg, which is usually Privateer Press is good for having everything lined up properly. So there's 1 leg and a front paw from the looks of it as well. So there we go. So it looks good. No obvious mold lines, which is again an improvement over what models used to be like. And then we have the bear handler himself, which is 2 big chunks of resin. I really do like the fact that they've broken this up. It gives them a lot more flexibility on how they can control their molds and control the detail, where they're not locked into having to do a big chunk. Also, as a painter, if you have to separate these and paint them separately, you can do that. Give the detail. Seeing a few mold lines along the boot coming up. And yes, I am Canadian, but I actually meant to say boot, not about. There's a few mold lines along the band there, but we'll take a look at that in a little bit further detail. Again, fantastic level of detail with the teeth. A little bit of flashing, which seems to be a trend with the most recently released models. And then you've got a couple metal add-ons, which they always seem to give you a fairly good guide to where they need to go. So he's got his fist, or sorry, his axe, and his fist on the other one. So things are going there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm going to wash these. Always wash your resin because your paint won't stick properly if you don't. I will wash them up, do a quick assembly, and then go over and let you know what I think. So we're back with the Battle Bears and the Bear Handler all assembled. This is the Bear Handler. This was actually the one with the most amount of pieces. Went together super easy. I did cheat a little bit. I blue tacked the two chunks together just so I could get into those details in behind and just to get a feel for it. So really like this kit. Very dynamic. They made good use of the two molds, making sure that there's when it's glued, you're not even going to notice there's any lines there. Very good. Although I'm kind of curious, I have to take a look at the pictures. I wonder if I got a slight miscast on this because it doesn't look like the end of the axe is very sharp, but that may just be he's been busy using it, or it's a case of just it might be a miscast. I can't tell at this point, so I'll let you know. But very nice model looking together. Very sharp details, like really, really nice sharp detail. If anything, the details on the bottom seem a little bit sharper than the ones on the top. But I love the pose. The bear looks remarkably like it did before because it's one piece, so pretty easy to put that one together. And then lastly is the other Battle Bear, which is the mostly resin with the two legs. A little bit of a gap there, which bit of a frustration having some of these pieces work together so well, and then having the metal and plastic not quite line up as good as they could. But that's a minor point. But overall, really nice looking model. Super easy to put together. Like you theoretically be able to put this together in record time. I did find though that this did have some a fair bit of mold lines around the feet, which I had to deal with, and there was a few odd ones. I believe I can't find them now. I think they're along this. Yeah, they're along this leg. So I always find doing them getting rid of mold lines along the cloth on the legs is a bit of a challenge. I get to the point where I just give up because it's good enough, and hopefully the paint will fill in some of it. So on these unboxings, we do a rating system. So we look at the sculpt and the pose, the material and the mold, and then the options. So in this case, we'll start with the sculpt and the pose. And with this one, the sculpt and the pose of the handler is fantastic. Really dynamic, arm up in the air, very good quality sculpt. Only kind of weird thing I find, and maybe it's just a testament to how big the trolls are. The troll's not that much smaller than the bear, which I thought was a little bit odd, especially. Excuse my arm there for it. When you compare the bear to Borka's bear, Borka 2's bear, there's a sizable difference in that bear. So, I mean, obviously the model can't be too huge, but at the same time, either Borka got like the best bear ever, or these just seem a little bit out of scale. But, I mean, they still look nice. Like, they're well sculpted. The design is, I just think they needed to be maybe about 20-25% bigger and make it look a little bit more bear-like in comparison. But then I guess if you compare it to a human, that's about, well, you tell me. Comment below. Do you think the bears are the right size? If they are, I'll be quiet. So these ones, the poses are nice. They don't really, to me, stand out. Like, they're not bad poses. They're not as dynamic as I would have thought they could have been. But I think we'll see. I mean, personally, they look good. They don't make me go, oh my God, they're great. Like the bear handler just looks fantastic. So what I've given this, because I'm not sure about the scaling on this and the dynamic of the pose, I'm going to go down for a 3.5 out of 5. A little low than I normally do. Like, I really like this one, but I think the bears counteract a little bit on that side. The next one is the material and the mold. And this was interesting because of the 3 kits I reviewed, so Colgrima, the Northkin Elder, and the bears seem to have all the metal types. They seem to have, or all the material type. So they've got the metal, a couple metal pieces. They've got the nice crisp resin that that previous models have used. It looks like the same material that the Northkin Shaman used. You've got the new super sharp, almost a little bit harder resin, which is what this bear on the bottom of this guy used. And then you've got the material that doesn't go. Actually, this one looks pretty sharp, so I would say it's probably the same as that one. So you've got 3 different types of plastics in one kit, which is kind of interesting. A few mold lines, which again happens from time to time. I'm just always wish they could find the mold line, a better place to have the mold lines live than across bandage or boots and things like that, where there's a lot of fine detail. Because again, my patience. So that one I gave a 4 out of 5. And the last thing is options. Now, typically privateer press models are not designed to sort of build as you want them to. You sort of are set there unless you're a hobbyist that's willing to spend the time to hack stuff up or move things around, which all the power to those that want to do that. It's just not in my time, so I don't actually give a rating for that one. So based on the rating overall, we're going to give this one a 75. It's still a fantastic kit, and the game, it's fantastic. With ambush and the intimidation factor, I think these guys are going to do really well. As I said earlier in the video, I don't think Privateer Press realizes how good of a thing they've given us, so don't tell them. So that's it. So comment below, let me know what you think of the kit, and if you have any lists you want to share, throw them down there as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'll probably do another couple more of these as the rest of the Northkin stuff comes out. I'm still debating whether I want to get the Northkin Raiders, despite them being much more expensive than I normally like to pay for stuff, but we'll see. And make sure, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We will be doing more troll related products or videos over the following year, including a new battle box series going through the Journeyman League week to week, and just providing some pointers and maybe a few sample games to get the new people into Trolls some background on our fantastic faction. And if you aren't already a listener, check out the Trollblood Scrum over at the handcannon.com network. It's a regular podcast. I like to say bi-weekly, sometimes weekly, depending on how often I can get the guys together. Podcast where we talk about Trollblood things all the time, and get some good feedback from us there as well. And that's it. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more stuff in the immediate future.